Okay, so the most important lesson from auditing to enterprise sales processes. So we do a lot of consulting for our clients because the mechanics of outreach are relatively simple. So after the first few million scripts and emails and LinkedIn messages, you have a good idea of what works and what doesn't. When it's difficult for a company to close 20% of their calls or 5% of their leads, we always do a sales process audit. Usually, generating calls are not the problem. One of our clients is more than 125 years old. They have no trouble booking meetings, but they were closing too few of them. And I'm always surprised by how the fundamentals are often missing in enterprise sales, especially in companies where the person is hired for their expertise or resume, and they find themselves in a sales role and they expect the offer to more or less sell itself. The interesting thing to me is that the people in these organizations don't want to be perceived as salesy, but ironically, they come across as very salesy. Our work isn't to turn them into used car or crypto core salespeople, but to improve their framing, clarity, and process so they represent their companies at the highest level. I had 8 pages of notes for each call I reviewed, a lot of classic mistakes, but they're all forgivable except for this one. Before a sales call starts, you have to ask yourself what you want the other person to remember when it ends. Your answers should include: how much does it cost? What problem does this solve? What is the projected return on this? And how is that return projected? How long does it take to get started? What do I need to do? And most importantly, when are we meeting again? These are all very, very important. If one of those things are missing, or if one or more of those things are missing, it's going to be really difficult to move forward and logically make the case for working with you. And this is because most enterprise sales are made not by you, but by the last person you talk to, who also talks to other decision makers, champions, and compliance people within the organization to get their buy-in. In both of the calls I audited, the prospect wouldn't know how to answer at least 5 of these questions, which makes closing less likely. If you think about, before you send an email, before you make a cold call, before you send a text, what do I want the person to remember? It's going to help you so much. So I hope this was useful, and have a great day. I will talk to you guys soon.